Welcome to Jazz Piano Daily 136. Today we're going to talk about minor pentatonic scale improvisation. Let's switch over to the music now. All right, so first of all, let's talk about our minor pentatonic scale. So our minor pentatonic scale, the pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale. Penta, 5, pentatonic scale, 5-note scale. The typical C major pentatonic scale are these notes. It's the root, the second, the third, the fifth, and the sixth from the major scale. The minor pentatonic is the root, the flat third, the fourth, the fifth, and the flat seventh from the major scale, right? Or you can also look at it as the same notes as an E flat major pentatonic. So let me give you a real easy trick, okay? As long as you know your major pentatonic scales, okay, which the major pentatonic is relatively easy. Again, let's say we're going to do G major pentatonic. Well, there you go. We're going to do F major pentatonic. There you go. You're going to do E major pentatonic. There you go. It's the root, the second, the third, the fifth, and the sixth notes of the major scale. One way you could always find it is get the major triad, and then it's a whole step down from the third, whole step up from the fifth. Okay? Major triad. Okay? Major triad. All right, so major triad, whole step down from the third, whole step up from the fifth. Okay, if we're doing on D major triad, whole step down from the third, whole step up from the fifth. Okay, so anyway, that is our major pentatonic. So to form the minor pentatonic, what you could do in easy ways, let's say we want to find, I don't know, F minor pentatonic. Okay, so you start on F, you go up a minor third, so it's an A flat major pentatonic. So A flat major pentatonic, and you start it on F. Let's say you want to find C minor pentatonic. Start on C, go up a minor third to E flat, form a major pentatonic scale on that note, but start it on C, and there you go. There's your C minor pentatonic. So there's always a few different ways of looking at notes at the, at the keyboard and looking at harmony. So I encourage you to, always kind of try and turn that globe so that you see it from many different vantage points. Anyway, those are the notes of the C minor pentatonic. Fingering wise, an easy fingering, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now another fingering that I like to do as well is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and come up to the E flat, and then kind of come down from there. But you're going to find that when you're playing this pentatonic scale, you're going to move your fingers around anyway. So you're not just going to be playing the pentatonic scale up and down. You're typically going to be like, you're typically going to be playing around and moving your fingers. So it's not absolutely critical that you know how to play this scale up and down several octaves. It's not a bad idea, but it's not mission critical. 2 octaves is more than enough. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And if you don't like that fingering, I also do this one, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So up to you, all right? Now, let me show you this lick here. This is a great lick, and before I even play this lick, let me show you that. Check out this book by Jerry Bergonzi. He is a fantastic improviser and saxophonist. He has this whole series on Inside Improvisation, volume 1, 2, 3, 4. It's pretty advanced, but if you're an advanced level player, I would definitely suggest it's a nice book to have in your library. And he does stuff similar to this, in which if you look at your pentatonic scale, right, and you just think about going down or going up to the next note in the scale. So if I start on C, the next note in the scale is E flat, the next note is F, the next note is G, the next note is B flat, right? So that's the very next note in the scale, all right? I can also skip. So if I skipped over the E flat, I go to F. If I skip over the G, then I go to B flat. If I skip over the C, then I go to E flat, right? And now you can start to create some interesting patterns. So take a look at this pattern here. Let me play it for you first of all. Is that a cool sound? Whoops, sorry. Right? And what's happening here is, if we take a look at the pattern, we're coming down the first two notes of the pentatonic scale, but then we skip over the G, and then we go down and start a scalar on F, right? So you see how we're skipping over that G, okay? And then I come down to B flat, and I go to G, but then I skip over the F, and I go E flat, right? And this should actually be a... Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. You can go down you can come down this way, but I actually skipped even more, and then skipped over the B flat, then came to G, then F, C, and B flat. So see this grouping right here? See how I'm skipping over the E flat? Then I come down to E flat. See how I'm skipping over the B flat? Then I come down to B flat. See how I'm skipping over the F, and then I come down to F. See how I'm skipping over the C. So if I were to play each of these as a block, all right, so let me play each one of these as a block, and you'll see. So here's the first block, here's the next block, here's the next block, here's the next block, here's the next block, and then we end on C. The left hand, I just play that root 3/7 shell. Notice how I move my thumb out of the way as the right hand starts to get closer. So move the thumb out of the way. So it's a great lick to know, and it's a great lick to use as an exercise. So again, take a look at these as blocks. If you want a little bit more deep dive into the pentatonics, I got a bunch of lessons on pentatonics back at my main JAZZEDGE site. But for right now, you could just learn this lick just as is. Try getting it underneath your fingertips. You don't have to fully understand every little nuance of the theory behind it. The main idea is this, is that you are skipping notes in the scale, right? And then when we come down, see how we're just moving that pattern? And then, fingering wise, I'm going 5, 4, 2, 1, 5, 4, 2, 1. Here, I might go 4, 3, 2, 1, but it really depends on your fingering. You could keep the 5, 4, 2, 1, 5, 4, 2, 1, 5, 4, 2, 1. So you could stay with that 5 even though you're hitting black notes, but you might find that you might want to change the fingering around based upon your hand size and what feels comfortable for you. All right, so now let's do this. Let's put on our iReal Pro track that you can download along with this lesson, and let's just play this. Change it a little bit there. That's what's there. So you can get some really neat sounds with this minor pentatonic. So try playing this lick, play it as is, but then you can start to mess around with it. If you know your rootless chords down there, you can also utilize your rootless chords. But I'm also going to be showing you some chordal voicings in the upcoming lessons. So anyway, I'll see you in the next lesson. To get the first 45 pages of music for free, just go back to jazzpianodaily.com. If you liked the video, please be sure to click the like button and also subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. To watch the rest of the lessons in this series, just click on the playlist to the right of this arrow. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.